Someone want another ass whooping? Is that why you joined back? You want another ass whooping? What's up, fucker? You ready to die? I'm better than you, you little skinny. Ah, ah, ah. Damn, what are you without the simple edit? Nothing. 65, that's 3 for a ton. Ah, chicken. You're a chicken. Ah. 140 years home. Oh, where are you going? Where are you going? Where are you going? We're gonna find a new opponent. You're not good enough for me. I can leave the game, by the way. Oh, I got in a new game. Haha. Haha. I got in a new game. Haha. Fucking train, dude. Playing transgenders.
Because as an actor, you pull from past experiences, you pull from inner stuff. So going to therapy would have helped me like reconcile it, but it would still be someplace that I could go to and tap into. So it wouldn't have gone away. It would be, it's over there. And I know what it is. I see it. We good. Hey.
You mentioned how working with all the different directors, and I believe it was on every single game that you came back to do, there was someone new at the helm. Is that fun for you as an actor? Because you're getting different perspectives from all these different directors, or does it become more challenging because each guy has their own different spin they're trying to put on?
A little bit of both. It's fun when the person has really done their research and knows the character. It's not so much fun when somebody comes in and they just want to make something else. It's like, no, that ain't who he is. That's not who he is. I'm dry, but that's not, And I'm at a point in my life, even in my point in my life, my career, where I say what I say. I'm going to do what you ask me to do, but I've got an opinion about it. And that should be okay. It should be okay as long as I give you what you want. I can have an opinion about it.
It's like this idea of speaking with someone whose father used to work at IBM back in the 90s, I believe. And they had this thing internally they called disagree and commit, where we are open to anyone and everyone's ideas, but eventually we can't let our disagreements get away from actually doing the work. So we're going to go around, we're all going to voice our opinions, and eventually we're going to come to a consensus. Even if you don't agree, well, we're going to acknowledge that you disagree, but we're all going to commit to do everything to succeed at the plan we decide to move forward.
Right. We don't want you dragging your feet if we decided to do this like this. Yeah.
What does your process on the day of recording look like?
Okay, I'm gonna be real. I can make some shit up for you right now and give you this long drawn out shit. Yeah. I try not to have any dairy, and I do a vocal warm up before I go into the booth. That's it. And look at what the script is. Look at what what the scene and stuff is. That's it. Nothing real. I don't do tinctures and.
But as long as it works for you, that's what matters. How did your approach, or how did Kratos evolve over the course of your 6 games working on him?
He got stronger. In the beginning, his rage was emotional because of the loss of wife and child and all of that, and hence the ashes on his body and all of that. So the rage was tied more to the emotion of what the event was. But as we moved to the other games, he just got more angry. He got stronger. He got madder, stronger. He was just like that moment fueled everything after that, and he just kept getting more angry when he thought about it, and he thought about who did it and why they did it and how did all of that. So I think he got stronger and more angry.
How does that manifest itself in your performance?
It's a tone. It's a when I was doing Kratos, it would be a space that I would get into, and it would take me a few minutes to actually get into the space. Of him, and there's a place. my voice that it's a dark, kind of growly kind of space, and it takes.
Oh, fuck.
A minute to find it where it's not put on, where it's like this is what I'm doing right now. I'm not trying to make it happen. I'm falling into this space where this is what it is.
First off, I promise I will not ask you to do the Kratos voice on a whim here. I've seen that happen. That's a challenging thing, I can imagine.
I just did. They asked me, we're at a Comic-Con, and where were we at? We just came from somewhere in Florida. Starts with a P.
Pensacola?
Yes, thank you. Pensacola, Florida. And they were doing a video for the con. And he said, would you mind, just come on, just one Kratos. And I was like, okay. So I did it. And they had us in this room. And when I did it, it shut the whole room down. Everybody went, silence. I was like, okay. But that's the power that he has. It's a gut producing sound where it starts down here. It's not here, it starts here. And he talks from here.
I understand that to a certain degree, because when I do interviews, I feel like I speak out of here, but when I talk normally, I feel like I speak out of here.
Okay.
I can't fully get all the way down there, so I understand to a certain degree how that works. When you're talking about there's that like few minute period where you're kind of settling into the character of Kratos, is it actually settling into the character of Kratos? Like, is your mindset, are you becoming the character, or are you just voicing the character when you're in the booth? Like, what does that look like for you?
Well, I try to be him. I work really hard to be him. And it's an on-off switch. Well, because of the rage that it was, I had to be able to disassociate myself from it. And in the beginning, that was a little hard. But as I started doing it, I could figure out how to stop. I had a really good friend of mine who has made her transition, Lynette Dupree. And we were doing Dreamgirls on the road, touring Dreamgirls. And she was playing Effie. And I would come down every show and watch her do, and I'm telling you, I'm not going. Tears streaming down her face, just emotions, just in it. And the curtain would come down. She'd get up and say, hey, TC, and walk off stage. I was like, how do you fucking do that? She said, oh, you have to turn it off. She said, I couldn't hold on to that the rest of the show. I'd be crazy. So, you're right. You have to shut it off and go and do something else. And I had never seen anybody do it like that. Seriously, tears rolling down her face every night and just in it. Got people in the audience crying, standing ovation. Curtain come down, she jumps up, hey, and walks away. It's like, oh, it's crazy. But with Kratos, I learned because you can't, as an actor, you can't hold on to those things, those emotions, that darkness. You can't. You can't.
Does it ever take its toll, though, oscillating so quickly between those different emotions and feeling them so deeply?
You get tired. Those 4-hour sessions were a lot. I had to go home and lay down. Yeah, it's just very draining, you know, because you do have to be, again, it's not just standing in front of a microphone and talking. You have to be in whatever this moment is, and sometimes you're being shot at, sometimes people are, you're fighting, and you're all these things you have to embody with your voice.
And 4 hours is a lot. I didn't realize that's how long you're in the booth every day.
It could go between 2 and 4, just depends.
And how many days is that?
It was usually on a couple of times a month. Just a couple of times a month, yeah. It wasn't, because it took a year to do the game. So, you know, it wasn't like 5 days a week or anything like that. I wouldn't be able to do it. I had no voice left. I would have no voice.
Are there any days, and I know, like, again, maybe there's not, but are there any days voicing Kratos that stand out to you?
One in particular. There was a scene, I want to say it's in the 3rd game, where they had Kratos being tortured. And they had the mock-up of it, you know. They said, well, we got this idea to have Kratos be tortured, and we want to, you know, want you to see it, see if you can voice that. And I said, okay. Now, this was after I had watched my mom make her transition. And I watched the scene, and I was like, okay, let me see it again. I watched it again. Okay, let's go. And they started, and I started, and like 2 seconds in, my mind went, are you going to do this shit? Are you really going to, what are you doing? Are you gonna play with this? You going to do it? And the hesitancy was, I didn't know if I opened that space up, what would come out. Because everything had been bottled up. But in those 2 seconds, I went, okay, let's go for it. And I think the scene may have been maybe a minute and a half. And when I got through, I couldn't come back right away. I was in the corner just weeping. I couldn't come right back. So I finally got my shit together. I came out, and I came out of the booth, and they were like, are you okay? I was like, yeah, I'm fine. I just had to get that shit out. I'm fine. And jump cut to the game. So I was like, you know, talking to him after the game. I said, so did you all put, you know, how did that scene work? And they got quiet. I said, what happened? She said, we couldn't use it. I said, really? Why? She said it was too real. She said it was too real. Everybody that listened to it, it was too much for them. It was too much for them. It's like, no, I didn't want it. You really want it. But that is the day that really always comes back to me. I just remember that moment, being in the booth and coming out of the booth and having 3 people sit there looking at me like, they were so sweet the rest of the session too. They really
How do you get to see your performance as Kratos without being someone who plays the games?
I don't.
How does that feel? Do you like that? Do you not like that?
I know that I don't really play the game, so what am I going to do? You know, and I haven't had anybody pull the cinematics out so I can see those. So, you know, I'm just glad people enjoy it. I do a lot of things that I don't see. I do a lot of projects that I never get a chance to see what it looked like. But the check cleared.
Does having visuals too when you're doing voice work, like you said for that torture scene, they kind of showed you the scene? Does having a visual make it easier for you?
Yes and no. Yes, because you see what it is. No, because sometimes you have to voice to the animation that's already there. And so you have a set space that you need to make sure you fit. So it becomes more about timing than acting. Acting is still important, but it's about the time. You only got this much time, so act faster.
With this game, you said you first really started to realize its impact kind of as people started coming up to you and talking to you about it. Do you remember the first moment when you realized, like, oh, this game is actually super popular?
Right before it won Game of the Year. Because again, I'm not a gamer, so I wasn't really following all of that. And when my community started hearing that I was doing Kratos, it was a whole different thing. Because they didn't think, first of all, they didn't realize that a black person was doing that voice. And then second, they didn't realize it was Kyle from Living Single doing that voice. So it became a really a thing for black gamers, which I really liked. You know, that they felt represented, which was cool.
What did you learn as you voiced Kratos?
How to compartmentalize. How to be in it and not be of it.
Is that something you can practice, or is that something you just have to do and kind of figure out when you're in the moment?
I think it's different for everybody. It's a different muscle for everybody, but I think everybody can do. I think everybody does it to a certain extent at various times.
How do you look back on your time as Kratos?
Again, it was a moment in my life. It was, it was a transition period in my life. And that's why I look at Kratos as a transition period.
What is something that you wanted earlier in your career that you no longer want now?
That's a good ass question. Something that I wanted earlier in my career that I don't. Fame. It's a necessary evil. When you're in the beginning, you want people to be famous, you want people to know you, and you want to be able to go here and there, paparazzi and I'm good. Just want to do the work. I want to pick up the bag. That's what I want to do. I want to do the work first. Pick up the bags. No, I want to do the work, have an impact, and then pick up the bag. In that order.
I like that a lot. My last question, which kind of comes back to the name of the show, is what does it mean to you to do art well?
It means to be present. It means to step out of self. Because like you said, it's for you, but it's not. And I think the best art comes when you can step out of yourself and have yourself open to the muse that is art. A lot of times we get in the way.
You want to come to Karbala?
I'm down. Well, I always want to go to
Yo,
Iraq.
I'm not gonna lie, if I go, my family would disown me.
Why? Bro, you can go to Iraq, bro. You can go to Karbala. It's just, it's where the
It's where the grave of Imam Hussein. This is the grandson of the Prophet.
I'm not allowed to go. We're all allowed to go.
Yeah, bro. Just don't worship the grave. The same thing when you go to Medina, they have the Prophet's grave, peace be upon him, but you don't worship it. So you can go and visit, but just don't pray to it.
I'm not allowed to go.
Yeah, like,
You can go.
Do you have to pray on rocks and stuff? I don't pray on rocks.
Just don't do that. Just don't pray on a rock. Yeah.
You pray on rocks, we see your forehead, bro.
No rock. No rock. No rock.
I thought you have to be Shia to do that.
Wait, so I have Shia allegations now?
I mean,
I'll
more Shia than us. Why you know more Shia? There's a lot more Shia videos.
I never knew that.
I never knew that. I thought it was all Shias.
Because we're one ummah, we're all one ummah.
That's a fact. Yeah.
I've never seen a Sunni willingly go there. You get me?
Me too.
That'd be a great video.
I never seen. Yeah, that'd be.
Let's pull up with Mamdani. Mamdani Shia. Mamdani Shia. Wallahi Shia, yeah.
He's Indian. He's like, his background is Indian, but he's also Shia.
Yeah. I want to go to.
The Muslims have
New York City.
These people right here, and I'm not.
$20. Will you stream GTA 6?
Oh, absolutely. I hope I make it to that point. At this point, I'm literally, the only reason I'm staying alive is for that game. Like, just get me across the finish.
It's just like, what about you, bro? You living your whole life for chat? Like, your whole life is gonna revolve around chat?
Bit of the show was more blackpilling for you. The summer of 2019 or the period immediately following Jace.
Nah, she can't.
Oh my god.
Yo, wait, my brother loves this character. Who is this? Profile picture's this. Is she from Genshin?
She's from Honkai Star Rail.
Wait, what's she from?
Honkai Star Rail.
Ah,
It's like Genshin, but not.
that's, yeah. He made me play it a little bit. I got bored of it after a bit. Same thing with Genshin. Genshin was, it's not bad though. But I mean, it's like it's really long. I would say.
Yeah, try playing Genshin. Yeah.
Dude, you are stuck emoting. It's so fucking. Dude, I know someone else got a mic. Come on, bro. Come on, guys.
No, because I heard an echo. Was that your echo?
Nah. I didn't hear no echo. Someone, please. Anybody? Come on,
Hello?
guys. Don't be lame. Come on, guys. Oh,
It's
what
her.
up,
It's her.
dude?
She got it. She got it. She got it.
Ah. What up, dude?
Exactly that. So fuck you, Mohammed Light. Yeah, you heard me correctly, and everyone listening. I feel like I deserve an apology.
That's why sometimes it's really hard for me to write music, because I'm just, people, it's got to be this, and you got to get a hit, and it's got to sound. It's like, the best stuff comes when it just comes. And if you can get out of the way, you can create beautiful art.
TC Carson, man, I want to thank you so much.
How did you feel about T.C. Carson's portrayal of Kratos in Greece compared to your portrayal in Norse mythology? So, how did you prepare yourself from coming from the Greek mythology into the Norse mythology? Like, how did you prepare?
The mythology didn't do anything to me.
It really didn't?
No. As far as like my character work, not at all. It's just that's just the setting. So my approach was, this is who I am, and then here's my surroundings. And I never I never watched any of the scenes from the earlier ones because TC's so great, and I thought it would be a disservice to try to voice match him or anything, and nor did they ask for it. From the very beginning, it was about making it my own, and TC is so extraordinary that my reverence for what he did wouldn't, even if they had asked, I would have said no. I was actually offered something not too long ago, and I had to turn it down.
Here's first impressions of Karbala. This holiday's perfect for it, actually. Actually, perfect day to do this. I've been meaning to watch this for a long time. What's the holiday today? It's about Imam Hussein, right? The Prophet Sallallahu grandson. Ashura. It's a video showing Karbala. Has anyone been to Karbala? I want to go, man. Wallahi, I want to go. Is it safe to go now? Looks beautiful. And also, it's just the whitest dude I've ever seen in my life going there. It's a perfect contrast for a good video. It's in Iraq. It's in Iraq. Can only Shias go here? Is it just for Shias?
Alrighty guys, I just finished up my Babylon vlog. If you haven't seen that, go check it out. We are now continuing on to Karbala, a hugely important and historical and beautiful city. I'm so excited to see this. We're on the road now. We've got about 45 minutes to go. We just stopped to pick up some water because
any Shias in the chat?
You can never have enough water here in Iraq. Then we're gonna get on our way. So let's go. Alrighty guys, we are on the road to Karbala. We are just passing through the main checkpoint into the city now. So we've pulled over. I think they're just looking over our documents. No big deal, kind of standard procedure here. And should be on our way shortly.
I'm whiter than him. You guys can't make up your mind about what color I am every day. I've never been to Iraq. You're chest smacking as we speak. Stop lying.
Alrighty guys, we have made it to the hotel here in Karbala. Check out this view of the city, it's incredible. So we're going to be resting here for about an hour at the hotel, and then we're going to head to the Imam Hussein Holy Shrine. It is one of the most holy places in the entire world for Shia Muslims.
So this is why it's good to watch this today, because it is Ashura. It's supposed to fast today, almost 3 months fasting. It seems like it's a little more significant in Shia tradition, because Ashura is a deeply solemn day of mourning, marking the martyrdom of Imam Hussein ibn Ali, the grandson of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu and his companions at the Battle of Karbala in 680 CE. Devotees commemorate his stand against injustice through peaceful gatherings, poetry, visiting the shrine. Sunnis say it's a day of voluntary but highly recommended fasting. I should have fasted today. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, fasted on this day and recommended it to his followers, stating it wipes away the sins of the previous year.
I'm so excited to see this. It's going to be an amazing experience, and I will give you guys some more info when we get there. Alrighty guys, welcome to the streets of Karbala. So we're on our way to the Imam Hussein Shrine. You can see it at the end of the street, down there, that golden glow. You'll see it better as we get closer.
It looks like Medina.
He was the grandson of the Prophet Muhammad. Let's see what the streets of Karbala are all about. So you guys might notice, as I show the scene here, most of the women are wearing the black abaya, which is kind of like the cloak.
Outside the shrine, it's not mandatory. You can just walk without a scarf, without the hijab, it's totally fine. but just inside the shrine or the places next to the shrine, you have to wear the scarf.
So it almost reminds me a little bit, just from the way the people look, of Saudi Arabia. You saw my videos from there. You see, especially in Riyadh, the capital, this is pretty standard attire for the women there, black abaya.
So 14th century ago, Muhammad was born, and
is anyone else in the same category? I know Mariever, maybe but the Iran war has made me learn a lot more about Shias, and I didn't know. But all I knew before was you're probably a Shia, ain't it? Shia Gufar. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? What? You're probably a Shia, ain't it? That's all I knew. And then you look in more after the Iran war, like, oh, okay. I learned a lot from
religion
Epic Fury.
Saudi Arabia. And at the time of his death, something was started to
and
grow.
Modine.
It was like a small kingdom or empire, we can call it, but it wasn't that big. So after less than a century, Muslims already have been conquering the whole Arabic Peninsula, and they're going spreading to Iraq. At that time, one of the descendants of Muhammad, his name was Imam Hussein. He wasn't really satisfied with the Khalifa. Okay, the word Khalifa means successor.
Okay.
So they call him Khalifa means the successor.
So he thought it should be Ali, or the Shias thought it should be Ali or Imam Hussein, but instead it was the first Caliph was Abu Bakr.
Son of Muhammad.
All right, it seems that these trendy haircuts are not allowed for men here. And here you can see the guidelines for women's dress, I believe. All right, here we go, guys. This is the men's entrance. Wow.
Looks peaceful, right?
Oh my gosh. It's beautiful.
That's so beautiful, bro. Someone in the chat said, bro, stop this Muslim talk about something more relatable. You think I'm a jukebox? You think I'm a jukebox? Then get out of the stream. Then get out of the stream. Oh, earlier saying, bro says unity and stays essing on Christians. I literally did a collab today bringing Catholic Muslim unity. He doesn't say anything. Bro, stop saying Christ is king. Stop this Muslim stuff. These are the type of people, he's spamming Christ is king, where he would rather me collab.
Down to a science. I mean, we just dropped our shoes off at this massive shoe storage counter. At its peak, this pilgrimage sometimes attracts up to 25 million people at the same time. So they have to be good at handling crowds.
25 million? 20, is that more than Sunni? I'm Mecca at the end of Ramadan, it was like 3 million. Wait a second. Mecca, that's insane.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, an average to 2 to 2.5 million Muslims travel to Mecca annually. More than 15 million visit the holy city each year, providing Hajj. 1.7 million pilgrims perform Hajj in 26. And so, what about Karbala? Although it's a much smaller. Karbala has far more pilgrims. 21 to 22 million. Wow, that's not even close. And aren't they 10% of Muslims around the world? That's a huge discrepancy. How is that even possible? They all live there? Yeah, the majority of Sunnis live in Indonesia or Malaysia. There's Sunnis are spread around the world. Most Shias are right here.
Oh my gosh.
Umrah's expensive.
This is unbelievable. I don't think I've ever seen anything
shouldn't be
this intricate. I mean, this is one of the most beautiful
That still is a
places I've
huge.
ever
Did you know that the
been.
gap was that wide?
Unbelievable. Just look at the ceiling. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
That place is the shrine of Imam Hussein.
Straight ahead there.
Yeah.
Wow.
14th century ago, he had a battle here because he wasn't really happy with the current Khalifa at that time. So he made a lot of followers to make a revolution. And unfortunately, he died here, and then he became like a symbol.
So guys, I was just learning you may see a lot of the people praying here. They'll actually place their forehead on a small, like, stone disc. I have never seen that before.
Why?
So I learned that this is a tradition for Shias. The stone that they're placing their heads on comes from Karbala here. So every time they're praying, wherever it is around the world, they're placing their foreheads on this circular stone from right here in Karbala, one of the most holy places of their religion.
Praying to a stone? I mean, isn't that comparable? Maybe I'm wrong, but like imagine you pray on a prayer mat. I don't think you pray to a prayer mat, you pray on it. Isn't that the same logic?
Assalamu alaikum. Boom. It's interesting, if you guys see here, this man sitting there, this imam with the black turban, the black turban signifies that he is a direct descendant of the Prophet Muhammad.
Do they have to?
If you see other imams with a white turban, that means they're not a direct descendant. All right, guys, so now we're going into the actual shrine where the Imam Hussein is buried.
Yeah, the actual same location when he was buried. This place that we know, it was a battle scene. Here, there was a battle between Imam Hussein, some of his followers, and the whole army.
So he lost the battle?
He did. Yeah. He lost the battle. He was beheaded, and the whole revolution didn't work.
He was beheaded?
His followers, a few years after that, they felt like some sort of sorrow and sadness, so they started to make him more as a symbol.
What was the war against?
Between Sunni and Shia? This is how it started?
Like, it started a couple of years before the battle, but this battle was the split point. And from that now, there were people who called Sunni and Shia. At this place, at this year, where he died.
Wow. So we're going into the shrine, guys, and cameras are not allowed in there, but Hussein here says that it's even more beautiful, which is hard to believe, by the way, because out here is, like I said, one of the most beautiful places I've ever seen.
It's way more beautiful inside here. You'll love it.
So if you want to see it, you're going to have to come here for yourself. Guys, I've traveled to a fair share of places. I've been hugely lucky to be able to do that, and I've seen the Taj Mahal, I've seen the Vatican, I've seen a lot of very special places and beautiful places. This here in Karbala might be top. I mean, that was absolutely mind-bogglingly beautiful. You could really feel, I don't know, the emotion. When we went into the inner shrine, it was unlike anything I've seen before. I mean, it was really moving to see. Just men touching the metal bars around the shrine, just as close as they can get to it. Several people were in tears. It was really moving, emotional experience. And if you ever have a chance to come here,
Ayatollah Connor.
It was incredible.
Ayatollah Connor.
Emotional experience.
Oh no, yo, this guy's bunny right here. He's like, what is this kuffar doing in Karbala? Wallahi, who's this kuffar? Why you bring this?
If you ever have a chance to come here, I think it was incredible. Shukran. Beautiful. Thank you.
Okay, we're not supposed to do this, right? I don't know.
Thank you, bro. Shukran. All right, guys, we've come a little bit outside of the shrine. Behind me, you've got the Imam Hussein shrine, and then opposite that, along this path, you have Imam Abbas, who was the younger brother of Imam Hussein. They both died during the same battle, and this is also a really important shrine for Shia Muslims. So they have this road connecting the two, and it's kind of a ceremonial procession, and the road is called Bain Haramain. So you've got
some guy in the chat named Adolf the Jew Baker said, I got in trouble for drawing the Prophet. Adolf the Jew, good.
Loads of people walking along here. You've got people selling toys and stuff for the kids. And you've also got families and kids and ladies just sitting here actually picnicking and just spending time here. So it seems like
imagine calling them kuffar.
really nice place. Assalamu alaikum. Karbala is not really a tourist destination. I mean, Iraq is not really a tourist destination.
No, not
either.
really.
But within Iraq, this is a whole.
Dude, how many people here? This is like the first time they ever saw a white guy not on television.
Place, a holy city. So it's been pretty interesting, I think,
John
for
Cena.
people around here to see me walking around. So I've had a lot of people come up to me and ask me where I'm from and, and what I'm doing here. And they'll usually ask,
Bro, they think that you might be CIA, dude. They think you might be CIA, bro.
you Muslim? Because it's, you know, a pilgrimage site. That's the main reason why people come here. When I tell them no, they're so confused and like they say, well, what are you doing here? And I say, I'm a tourist. And people like are really surprised to hear that, but really super welcoming and positive.
That's good.
And, oh my gosh, that's amazing. Welcome. Thank you for coming here. So it's extremely positive atmosphere and I feel very welcomed here. It's an incredible place.
Hey.
Oh yeah? اسمك انت محمد اسمي Douglas. Nice to meet you. All right, we're gonna get a picture here.
Let's go.
Oh, she's in the first grade.
First grade, wow. Guys, if you like wearing the color black, then this is the store for you. Actually, this is the street for you because almost every shop is selling all black. Ali was just telling me this is because of Ashura. It's traditional to wear black.
Oh, same holiday, Ashura.
Not only for ladies, but also for men.
Yes,
You see
you've got-
this?
what do you call this?
That's pretty cool, bro. I had this video loaded for weeks. Alhamdulillah, it came on the right day, huh?
In Arabic, dishdasha.
Okay, because they call it in Saudi, they call it kob.
Yeah, but in Iraq, we call it dishdasha.
Dishdasha.
Has anyone in the chat been here?
Okay, so tomorrow is the first day of Muharram, which means...
A new Islamic year, okay, new Hijri year.
Okay.
On the 10th of Muharram, it's called Ashura. Why? It's like number 10.
What was it like?
In Arabic is Ashura. Ashura is the 10th. So all the city, actually all Shia cities turn into blacks. Signs, clothes.
And it's out of mourning.
Sarses.
It's out of mourning for the loss of...
Imam Hussein.
All right, so that explains all of the black attire being sold here in the market. I give them credit because I could not do that with the heat. It's bad enough in light-colored clothes. I give them a lot of credit. Wow, look at all those lamps.
It's for Muharram.
Muharram. Oh my goodness, guys. Beautiful view of the shrine. Assalamu alaikum.
Yeah, someone sent me a video and said that they saw Mamdani at their masjid today, the Shia and the Qam. Wait, what's this video? He was slapping his chest today, you said? Oh, wow. Oh, okay, he said Ashura is a time of remembrance, sacrifice, and reflection. Today, on the 10th day of Muharram, you're reminded of Imam Hussein's unwavering commitment to truth and dignity. His timeless legacy reminds us of the enduring values of faith, service to one another, and the belief that justice is always worth fighting for. Our city's strength comes from the many faith traditions that shape it and our shared struggle against injustice and oppression. May we carry these values forward as we continue building a more just city for every New Yorker. Common Mamdani W. So you got a Shia masjid here. MashaAllah. MashaAllah. What do you say to, so what is it, like Ashura Mubarak? What's the, you say Eid Mubarak or Juma Mubarak. Can you say Ashura Mubarak?
Vinegar.
Vinegar, yes.
Vinegar?
Yes.
Can I smell? Interesting. I'll have
It's a
one.
sad
So
day.
it's got vinegar in it?
Vinegar?
I'm just asking, bro. Yes, if you want to diss them.
Whoa, that's quite the hammer you have. Oh.
Come on, Doug.
Oh. No problem, I'm done.
Shame on
Alright,
you.
let's try some
Dude, I'm literally trying to, I'm learning, bro. Shame on you. Dude. See if you have Shia member card. It's great. Let me fix Tracy. Oh, you got it.
Alright, this has vinegar, ginger.
What did you call me? What did you say them?
Alright, this has
Oh, I got one to butter and a glob, so this
That's good. About, we take.
Let me see this video before. I didn't watch this in March. I just remember this. I remember this one. You have it for free.
Remember that, it costs 1,000 Iraqi dinars, which is less than like 60 cents, right? Yeah, just so nice.
Again, this doesn't represent the majority of Muslims. It's about 10%. There's a lot of disagreements, okay? Again, this doesn't represent the majority. Wait, Muhammad, wait, look at Muhammad. I heard people say Islam is a desert religion for brown people. It's for white people. So it's bro, you need to come back, bro. So we're gonna make you bro. Don't go by the table. This is my last year. Oh, speed up! And the country will work right now. Thank you, Jacob.
It's an unbelievably low IQ argument. He's not very intelligent. And Asmongold, on the other hand, is on a fucking copium tour, actively denying said reality. Family members that are school teachers, you have to sign a piece of paper that says you will never participate in boycotting or demanding sanctions or demanding divestment from the state of Israel.
Holy fuck, are you kidding me?
Yes.
Oh my god. What a joke.
Yeah,
I never heard of that.
So,
that's so fucking stupid.
So that paired up with the new...
I mean, like, no, here's the thing, right? That's fucking terrible. You're totally right.
Yeah.
That's all, like, I mean, because, yeah.
This is why he's terrified of having a conversation. He's terrified.
And so what the females seem to be doing is using some marker or some set of markers as a proxy indicator for health. And I think you could say reasonably that female human beings do the same thing to male human beings. And there's some of that vice versa too. Like we evaluate each other, for example, for symmetry, which is one of the elements of beauty, because healthier people tend to be more symmetrical. And lots of animals use symmetry. Butterflies, if butterflies won't mate with another butterfly, it deviates from symmetry by the tiniest amounts you can imagine. So symmetry is a marker. And there's other markers like shoulder width to waist width is one, and waist width to hip width is another. That's using what males use that to evaluate females in part. So there's lots of markers of health. But it also looks to me that the data worldwide seems to indicate that women. So imagine that women mate across dominant hierarchies and up, socioeconomically speaking. And on average across cultures, women go for men who are about 4 or 5 years older. You know, it varies. In the Scandinavian countries, that's shrunk a little bit, but not that much. And in other cultures, it's bigger. I would say that depends to some degree on difficulty of establishing economic independence. Right? Because in richer countries, it's easier to have enough economic independence if you're a male to be a useful participant in the process of having children. But it doesn't matter. Cross culturally, it's still across and up, where men mate across and down. They don't care much about socioeconomic status. It doesn't seem to be part of their selection method, generally speaking. So I think that part of that is also the ability of women to select for male health, something like that, because it isn't only that. Because if you're healthy and energetic, you're much more likely to be successful. Because it's very hard to be successful if you're ill, obviously. I mean, so because the competition is just too high. And both genders, both sexes select each other for attractiveness, both select for intelligence, both select for personality, although there are differences there in terms of what's stressed. But so I think you can derive a couple of things out of this. And this is where I think people are different than other animals, importantly different, is that so you imagine that there's tremendous selection pressure towards the production, let's say, of men who are good at climbing male dominance hierarchies, or climbing the male dominance hierarchy. But the thing that's so interesting about people is that we've multiplied our dominance hierarchies. You know, if you take an animal that's got a rather static behavioral pattern, then there's a single hierarchy. Elephant seals are a good example of that. So elephant seals, the males are absolutely massive. They're way bigger than the females, and they basically have harems, roughly speaking. And they use physical prowess as their marker of status, essentially. And obviously, size is a huge part of that, because otherwise the male elephant seals wouldn't be. They're massive. These things. They're absolutely enormous. And so it's just power / health, you know, maybe aggression, something like that. It's whatever makes them more suitable for the kind of physical combat that elephant seals engage in. So, and the degree to which power is associated with dominance status in those sorts of situations seems to be associated with the size differential between males and females. So the more power is an issue with regards to male competence, the larger the males are compared to the females, and the more likely the males are going to have a harem relationship with the females. And you see that a little bit in human beings, because men are bigger than women. They're not overwhelmingly bigger, that's sexual dimorphism. And you know, there's some men that are smaller than some women, but on average men are taller, they have more upper body strength and so forth. So there is a power element to male competition, but it's not as extended as it would be among animals, say, like elephant seals. So in the elephant seal, you see maybe there's one stable set of traits that's being selected for that makes the males more likely to reproduce. But human beings, we're very weird creatures because we're so conceptually flexible. And so what seems to have happened, maybe males started selecting each other in dominance competitions for something like cognitive flexibility and conscientiousness, something like that. So that would be the ability to abstractly represent the world, and then the ability to operate effectively within it, to represent yourself socially in a way, and then to carry through with that, because that enables people to trust you. So it's something like that. And so that produced cortical expansion, and then women were selecting men who were good at that, and that produced cortical expansion. And then there's an arms race between women and men with regards to intelligence. So the women kept up, or they certainly kept up with intelligence as the evolutionary cycle continued. If you concentrate solely on your career, you can get a long way in your career. And I would say that that's a strategy that a minority of men preferentially do. That's all they do. They work like 70, 80 hours a week. They go flat out on their career. They're staking everything on the small probability of exceptional status in a narrow domain. But it's hard on them. They don't have a life. It's very difficult for them to have a family. They don't know how to take any leisure activity. Like, they get very one-dimensional. Now, it may be that unidimensionality is the price you have to pay to be exceptional at one thing, right? Because if you're going to be something like a genius-level mathematician, and you want to do that or a scientist, say, it's like you're in your lab all the time. You're working 70 hours a week, 80 hours a week. You're smart. You're dedicated. You're unidimensional, and that's how you get to be all the other people who are doing that. It's the only way. But the problem is you don't get life. Now, if you love being a scientist and you have that kind of focus of mind, well, first of all, you're a rare person, and second, you're going to pay for it. But fine, more power to you. But But it's a risky business to do that. You sacrifice a lot for it. You know, and I would say most often, if you're speaking about having a healthy life, that is what you do. You spread yourself out more. So, you know, you have a family, you have some things that you do outside of work that are meaningful to you and useful. You have a network of friends. Those 3 things alone, 4 things alone, are plenty to keep you well oriented. And then if one of those things collapses, you know, everything doesn't go. Now, the price you pay for that is the more you strive to optimize that balance, the less likely you are to be fantastically successful at any single one of them. But you might have a very, you know, if you consider your life as a whole, that might be a winning strategy. One of the things Carl Jung said, I really like this. He thought that men went after perfection and women.
Strategy. What is the new fucking keyboard, bro? I don't understand. hasn't really been much. Let's see.
This Mind Slurp pet makes your druid look absolutely insane. I spotted this on Reddit and just had to put together a quick guide on how to do it. The pet part
Where shall it be? Oh, maybe it's here. Where the fuck is it?